In this lesson, we're going to take a look at cyberbullying, what it is, some different types of cyberbullying, and what you can do if you feel like you are being cyberbullied. So first of all, what is cyberbullying? Cyberbullying is a form of bullying that occurs through internet applications and technologies. Now, it's important to remember that when we're talking about applications and technologies related to the internet, this could be on your computer, on your cell phone, on your tablet, anything that you can use to hook up to the internet. Cyberbullying may begin small but can quickly grow out of control. So maybe you post a video of someone doing something and you just expect a few friends to see it. Suddenly, by the end of the week, people in California are watching that video. By the end of next week, people in Japan are watching that video. So you really just intended a few people to watch it, and suddenly it becomes out of control and it just keeps spiraling bigger and bigger and bigger. It's important to remember that anytime you put anything on the internet, it has the capability of getting out to large numbers of people very quickly. So you really need to consider what you're putting out there. It's also important to remember that cyberbullying can target anyone, anywhere, and at any time. There's no certain type of person who's cyberbullied. It can happen to anyone. And so it's really important that we be vigilant and we really pay attention to what is going on the internet, how we treat others, and how we're treated in return. Because we don't certainly want to become a cyberbully, and nobody wants to be cyberbullied. Now, when we're talking about cyberbullying, there are actually some different types of cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is what we consider the big term, but there are some different forms of cyberbullying that fall underneath them. The first type is called flaming and trolling. If you remember back to the video on discussion board posts, I did talk a little bit about flaming then. It's when we post something that is very angry or hostile with the sole purpose of trying to get other people very angry or upset. Okay, that is flaming. We also have happy slapping. This is recording someone being harassed or bullied in a way that usually involves physical abuse, then posting the video online for public viewing. This very recently happened in Schuylkill County. Somebody had posted a video of a teenager being abused by other teenagers, and there was a physical altercation, there was a physical fight. They posted the video on the internet. People, of course, saw the video. It was reported to the authorities, and the authorities were able to actually track down the people who had initiated the video and who had initiated the physical abuse. So happy slapping absolutely does happen. It's not something that's out in nowhere's land. We've never heard of it. It doesn't happen around here. It certainly does, and so we need to be aware of that. There's also identity theft or impersonation. This is when we steal someone's password and or hijack their online accounts to send or post incriminating or humiliating pictures, videos, or information. So, for instance, if you log in to somebody's email as them and send out an email to all of their friends designed to embarrass that person, that would be identity theft or impersonation. Logging into another person's Facebook account and posting Facebook messages or wall posts that appear to be from the person you're logged in as, that's impersonation. That's identity theft, and that is a form of cyberbullying. Next type is photoshopping. This is when we doctor or we change digital images so that the main subject is placed in an embarrassing situation. So a picture that could be very innocent is taken and things are added, deleted, changed. Suddenly you have a whole new picture that certainly does not show a truthful situation. It's posted online, and of course that is also a form of cyberbullying. Physical threats Okay, this is when we send messages that involve threats to a person's physical safety. So, for instance, maybe you send a text message to someone telling them they better look out, you're going to wait for them after school, or something like that. That's a physical threat. The same rules apply to physical threats as a cyberbully as does if you were to threaten them face-to-face. So it's important to remember that when you type those things or when you send those things, it is a form of cyberbullying. Don't ever send a message like that or make a post like that just joking around. It's not a joke, it's not funny, and it will be taken seriously. Rumor spreading is another form of cyberbullying. This is when we spread gossip through email, text messaging, social network sites like Facebook, but we spread these rumors that aren't true, and just like when I talked a little bit ago about things starting small and growing, rumors tend to do the same thing. And so what starts off as a small rumor that you might post about a person could really grow out of control and turn you into a cyberbully. Or somebody could have posted something about you and it's spread and gone out of control, and now you are a victim of cyberbullying. So what should you do if you're being bullied? First of all, you should reach out for help. Find someone you trust. Maybe a teacher, maybe a coach, your parents, guidance counselor, school principal, any trusted adult that you have that you can reach out and ask for help. You need to do that right away. The adults in your life cannot help you and cannot help stop the cyberbullying if they don't know what's going on. So the very first thing that you need to do is actually reach out and ask for help. Next thing you want to try to do is ignore the bully. I know it's always easier said than done when you're being bullied to try to ignore it, but remember that bullies feed off your reaction. And so the bigger the reaction that you make, the more the bully gets out of it, and the more the bully wants to continue. Whereas if you don't react, the bully doesn't get that satisfaction, and then might back off a little bit. So as hard as it is, you need to try to ignore the bully. You need to record the instances. So if somebody sends you a message or an email or puts something on Facebook or sends you a text message, you want to record what's been said, what's been sent to you. And you want a hard copy of that. You can print out hard copies of anything. You can send text messages to yourself via email so you can print them out. If you're not sure how to record and print out hard copies of things, ask a trusted adult. But these hard copies help the adults who are trying to help you. They give them the evidence, they give them the proof that they can go after these cyberbullies that are targeting you. So make sure you always have a hard copy and you record each of these instances. You also want to try to cut off the bully. If they're friends with you on Facebook, block them. If they're sending you emails, block them. You can screen your phone calls. But you want to try to cut off the bully as much as possible so that their negative comments aren't even reaching you. And finally, there are different ways to go high tech. So you can report the bully to the website on which you're being bullied, and website administrators will often remove those people so that they can't access that particular website. There are also websites online that can help you to have information removed from the internet if you contact them about being cyberbullied. So there are definitely things that you can do to stop being a victim of cyberbullying. But really the most important thing to do is to ask for help to get all of this rolling. There are some certain things too that you should not do if you're being cyberbullied. First of all, do not ever stoop to the bully's level. So if you're being bullied by a person, you do not want to turn around and then do the same things that they're doing to you. You do not want to respond with their rumors by creating rumors of your own, for instance. This is not a situation where payback or revenge is what you want to do. Okay? Don't ever stoop to the bully's level. You need to be the better person. Do not forward bullying content or messages. For instance, some people, when they get a message or they get a text from someone that is an instance of cyberbullying, they immediately want to forward it to their friends. And that just makes the situation grow. And as the situation grows and more people become involved, the situation can very quickly get out of control. So do not forward bullying content or messages. Remember, you do want to record it, you want to print out a hard copy, but those hard copies go to a trusted adult. They're not spread out among your friends. And please, whatever you do, do not believe the bully. The bully is not right about you. Please do not buy into their negativity. You are a better person than that. You are a bigger person than they are. And do not start falling into that idea of, well, maybe what the bully is saying is true. Remember, again, if you start being cyberbullied, the very first thing you need to do is reach out for help. There are adults in your life who absolutely want to help you, but you need to ask them for that.